Manchester United lose again at home. Another disgraceful performance from Ruben Amorim's team. But before we get into today's match reaction, please do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also get in the comment section. Where do we go from here? Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts on this game. What happens now? What do we do? God, the first half, let's just start from the beginning. The first half was typical Manchester United at the moment, boring. Nobody deserved to win in the first half. I don't think we had a single shot on target. Just the same old. We need attacking players. We've let Rashford go. We've let Anthony go. We let Greenwood go. We let Pellistri go. We let Martial go. And we didn't sign anybody. We signed DISGRACE, who, let's be honest, is not good enough. So I'm not really surprised that our attacking options are as bad as they are. Amad Diallo, until 2 months ago, never played any didn't play any first-team football for us, and now he's our best player. Garnacho is still a 20-year-old who should probably be rotated, not playing every minute of every game. And those are our only options. Højlund and DISGRACE are so bad that they don't even start. We had Kobbie Mainoo, who has been playing as a CDM for the last 2 years, played as a CDM for England in the Euros final. We had him starting as a striker today because that's how bad our attacking options are. The fact that we have to play a player who's only, I think, 19 years of age and 90% of his first-team minutes for Manchester United have been playing as a CDM. Suddenly, now we're having to play him as a striker. I mean, that just shows how bad our recruitment has been and how many poor signings we've made that we're having to play Mainoo, who hasn't scored a single goal in the Premier League this season, by the way, or got a single assist, and we're having to start him as our striker. I mean, absolutely awful. But yeah, the first half was awful. We can all agree on. Second half, I don't even know. Second half, I think we had a couple of more chances to go. But there is some good news, if you want that. Florian Plettenberg has just broken that apparently Matthias Tel has decided to join Manchester United with immediate effect. I mean, what? What? Why? Why is he... So it says Man United have submitted a loan offer with Bayern immediately rejected. Bayern are not satisfied with the offered package from England. Bayern are pushing for an obligation to buy or a permanent transfer. So apparently Matthias Tel wants to join Manchester United. That's what's being reported. I mean, we broke this story like 3 days ago, so it's not really new news. But why would any player watching that game of football think, I want to play for Man United? I mean, in fairness, Matthias Tel is probably looking at the situation thinking they're starting a CDM as their striker. That's how bad their attacking options are. At least if I go there, I'll get game time. And, you know, he would get game time. If he goes to Arsenal, they've got lots and lots of options in their attacking line. I know they have injuries, but they still have people like Trossard. They still have people like Martinelli. You know, they still have Kai Havertz. And, you know, I know people will say, oh, they're not very good, but I would take all three of those players over what we've got at the moment. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a positive in this dark moment that apparently Matthias Tel wants to join Man United. But as I said, we kind of already knew that. Will he end up joining? I mean, after today's game, you'd hope so. You'd hope that Manchester United go and sign an attacking player, because another game where we created next to nothing and another game where our attacking threat was zero, absolutely zero. But in relation to where we go from here, I don't know. I mean, all we can really do now is just focus on the Europa League, really. I think if we were able to win the Europa League, that would still save the season. But that's still a massive if. You know, there's going to be better teams than Crystal Palace in the Europa League. Let's have a look at the Europa League. Let's look at the round of 32 fixtures. Let's have a look. So, Europa League. Who's left in the competition? How do we see the knockout round? It's 13th of February. So, in the Europa League, you've still got Ajax, you've got Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Porto. You know, there's some decent teams there. Roma. That has to be what we cling on to, because we're falling down the Premier League table as well. And do you know what's absolutely mad, right? Everton, right, who've had an absolutely awful season, are 3 points behind us with the game in hand. If Everton win their game in hand, they'll be level on points with us. And they've had one of the worst seasons, I think, in their recent history. Mental, absolutely mental. So we're now down to 13th place. Do you know what the most frustrating thing for me is, though? Like, a lot of teams drop points this weekend. Brighton drop points, Villa drop points, Newcastle drop points. Those three teams drop points. So we could have clambered up the table a little bit, but we didn't take our chances. Again, we didn't. I mean, I say we didn't take our chances. We didn't even have any chances, really, did we? I can't think of any. And then just to top it all off, obviously, Lisandro Martinez is injured now as well. So, yeah, frustrating, but I'm just going to leave it here. I'm just going to keep it short. There's not really much to say. There's no point doing player ratings. It was a poor performance. Not much more I can say is there. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully we get some positive news in the next couple of days in relation to transfers. So yeah, I'll speak to you all later. Bye for now.